Morning. It's well, just shy of 8 o'clock. We're in McAllen, Texas, McCreery Aviation, and we're going to, well, hopefully fly all the way back to Raleigh today. We'll see with the weather. Some weather in between us, and we'll see how I feel. So it's a long flight, but I've split it up into a bunch of manageable chunks. One thing I want to share with you guys, one of the other really, truly awesome parts of this airplane, how it's so well thought out, is ease of maintenance. So on both engines, on both sides, when you open up this one wing on each side, the whole thing opens up like this. So you can see and reach absolutely everything. And one of the reasons that we're under here this morning, well, we do our normal pre-flight checks to see if there's anything out of place, but we had the oil changed on this one, and there it is down there. That's the new oil filter that's been put on. As you can see, this plane originally came with oil screens, a mechanism that just screened the oil, but there's an STC, there's a couple of them, I have the better of the two, that facilitates a spin-on oil filter, which you see right there. And you can see that they did a thorough job. They put the Hodge number on there, they put the tail number, the date that it was changed. It's the right filter, and most importantly, it's safety wired on there. There are no drips, there is nothing down there. And as with the rest of this plane, it's completely drip free, oil free, nothing out of place, the way I like it. Yes, but as a matter of fact, so a few flights ago I burned out the starter on this engine. It's my fault. I'll explain that later, but it's back here and we had to change it out. And when I was at this field, the mechanic came to change it out, and you can do it right here. It actually came out from the other side. It's a little bit more open over there. Oh, one other thing I want to explain. So this plane also has no cowl flaps for cooling, and the reason for that is the way they designed this is that if you look right there, you'll see all the exhaust collects in that one tube down there. That thing is for the heater, actually, for hot air to do carb heat. But these tubes, which are like open headers from a hot rod, go into that hole, which is what they call an augmenter tube. It's that tube right there. And what that does is, with that massive force of exhaust, as it goes in the augmenter tube, it creates a suction, an enormous suction through that, which draws air through this giant opening in the front, right over all the cylinders. And for that reasons, we don't have cowl flaps, because we don't need them. See that? Plenty of intake here. Lots of it. Creates an enormous suction, because you've got those on both sides, of course. 6 cylinders. Really, really well thought out. Another piece here that I'll just mention, if you look at the landing gear at the bottom, you'll notice that cutout on there. It's because when the gear go up, the wheels don't go all the way up in there. They still stick out just a little bit. It's not a hell of a lot of drag. That happens on the front one too, but if for some reason you were to come down wheels up because you had to, you're actually not landing on the belly of the plane. You're still landing on the wheels. You'll get like the bottom 1/8 of them, and they do spin. Now you're gonna lose your props, and the gear case will take the bulk of that. But you're not gonna land on the wings, and so you're gonna lessen your chance of rupturing fuel tanks and having a post-crash fire. Another thing I read about this aircraft is that the way it was designed, 70% of the weight of the aircraft sits below the people, the passengers. So very, very well designed, very robust. I'll just show you a quick picture of this because I'm going to talk about it, that shimmy damper and the whole nose capsule. Anyhow, we'll finish our pre-flight and get on with it. We'll wait for the fuel guy. Trim is set to neutral. Line ourselves up nicely. Clear for takeoff, left turn approved. On, and here we go. And heel carpet. And give us power. And airspeed 5. 80. Rocket back. And up we go. Pitch for that. Gear up. 120, up. Up we go. Volume up a little bit. Up. Pitch. 120. Room for 120. Feet. Two pumps coming off.
6907 Tango Squawk 1200.
1200, 1 second. And we'll pull it back. That should be on 1200 now as I did it off. I did some transponder work for it. If you could just verify me that you are actually seeing my mode C, because that's the thing that they changed was my encoder.
6907 Tango, that's primitive.
Roger that, thank you, sir. All the way up to 5.5.